Hey there and welcome back to Sims Sunday. My name is Pete and this is the series where we try to complete The Sims 3. In the last episode, our two protagonists, Pete and Ayesha, got engaged. Pete won his first game as a professional athlete, and now we pick things back up with Ayesha, who's going through Iqbal Alvi's trash. With enough material to write another report, we can send Ayesha off to work. Pretty smelly, but I hope her colleagues won't mind. She is set to work hard, and that should be enough to get her a promotion today. And now, since Pete went to bed extremely late in the last episode, we can skip ahead quite a bit here, almost to the end of Ayesha's workday, until Pete, who has the day off, finally decides to get up. Now, with his day off, Pete isn't going to do a whole lot today. As you can see, after breakfast he's already scheduled for a trip to the treadmill. And unless anything interrupts him, he should complete the Marathon Runner skill challenge today. This is unlocked by running a total of 500 kilometers and, per description, grants us a longer, healthier life. And that does sound like a good thing. And here's Ayesha, fresh off work and promoted to Special Agent. And now you might ask yourselves, why have I told her to go through another trash can? Well, there seems to be this slightly annoying thing that once you get promoted, all the info you collected for reports in the previous career level disappear again. So to get our reports back on track, Ayesha will sadly have to continue to do a bit of dirty work. Alright, now that Ayesha is done, we can send her home to take care of her athletic skill, which still lags behind a bit. Before we do that, however, we'll have her grab a quick bite to eat, and then she can start pumping iron. Meanwhile, quickly switching over to Pete, he has the wish to work out for 12 hours straight. He will very likely not get there today, but we should keep this wish in mind for another day off, because the 6,000 lifetime happiness points that we get as a reward are really quite nice to have. And now one more time we can skip ahead a bit further, right until the end of Ayesha's workout. In the meantime, she has developed the wish to improve her athletic skill, and with that we can fulfill that and earn 1000 lifetime happiness points. She has now reached level 6 of the athletic skill, which means that she can now train others, and quite fittingly, here's the wish to go along with that. Now you see that it is already getting quite late. Ayesha is somewhat tired and she has to work tomorrow, but still we can quickly pump out another report, then send her off to bed, and the shower will have to wait until tomorrow. Perfect, that's the report done and off to bed you go. And now even Pete's workout comes to an end, clocking in at about 10 hours, and most importantly with the Marathon Runner skill challenge completed. And if we have a quick look at the skill journal for Pete, we can see it unlocked in there, with 2 more still to go. Now with Pete taking a quick midnight snack, let's have a look at another lifetime reward. Pete has the enormous amount of 26,000 lifetime happiness points, and with that we can spend them on one of the top tier rewards. And in this case it would be Hardly Hungry. That way we won't have to feed Pete that often, which obviously gives us more time to spend on other things. For example, after finishing the shower here, on working from home. We are slowly getting into territory where working from home can be seen as a valid way to make some money. For now though, we'll have him work only until the wish is fulfilled, then quickly pay our bills, and then send Pete off to the library, where he will work on another wish of his, and that would be to learn the handiness skill. With the athletic skill already maxed out, and only 2 remaining skill challenges, and both of those are only a matter of time until they are completed, I think it's a good idea to have Pete delve into something new, and the handiness skill is really quite useful, especially if it's being used on objects we plan to use for quite a long time. Okay, quickly jumping ahead to the next morning, Pete has now reached level 1 of the handiness skill, and that will be enough for now, because he has other duties to fulfill. With Ayesha awake and a day of working hard in front of her, it's probably a good idea to raise her fun bar. And there is of course only one thing that comes to mind.
It's not dog.
Alright, sadly no time for romance. Ayesha's carpool will arrive in less than an hour. It's time for her to grab breakfast. And then about the shower, we'll only have her go under there for as long as it takes for the negative moodlet to disappear. That of course won't last long, but still better than nothing. And it seems like Ayesha is slowly moving up in the world. Look at the car she's being picked up with. That's slowly getting a bit luxurious. Just like a few minutes ago, we can more or less skip the entirety of Ayesha's workday. Now, however, Pete is awake and all of his needs are looking absolutely great, so let's just send him off to work a bit early today. Nothing better than making a good impression. And as usual, with Pete going off to work, that brings us very close to Ayesha finishing up. Before she can leave the police station, hopefully with a promotion, we can also have a look at lifetime rewards for her and then equip her with Multitasker. That will make her career performance improve a bit faster, and with her reports, the relationship with her partner and her athletic skill, there are quite a few variables playing into that work performance, so this is a good idea to pick as a backup if one of those variables is not where it should be. And here she is now, one more time promoted, this time to Triple Agent. We are getting very close to the top of the law enforcement career path. For Ayesha, it's now almost business as usual after work, going through the neighborhood trash in order to gain vital information about Sunset Valley's inhabitants. Alright, a report on Xander Clavel awaits, and before Ayesha can finally get that shower, let's continue to work on her athletic skill and also fulfill a wish of hers. And that is to do a cardio workout, so instead of driving, Ayesha will have to run home today. And there is the wish fulfilled. And here we are, safe and sound. Now it's time to go for the shower. Ayesha has definitely earned it. And while she's under there, we get a nice notification for Pete, who seems to have gotten a raise. Congratulations! Now while Ayesha grabs some food, let's jump over to Pete, who's wrapping up his workday at the stadium. Unfortunately, it looks like it wasn't quite enough to get the promotion. Maybe we should pick up the Multitasker lifetime reward for him as well. For now, he'll leave work with 788 simoleons and an evening full of workout ahead of him. And meanwhile, Ayesha, now no longer hungry, is already back on the computer writing reports. Pete has arrived as well. He'll work out for the next few hours. And looking at Ayesha's wishes, there are a few things we can fulfill right now. She has the wish to check herself out in the mirror. We don't have a mirror, so let's change that. And we're going cheap with the Mirror of Variance here for 50 simoleons. The boost to the environment rating that the more expensive ones have is really not worth spending multiple times of what this one costs. So as Ayesha wraps up her report, she will now go over to the bathroom and take a good look at herself. I hope you'll like what you're seeing. With that wish fulfilled, we can quickly tackle another one, and that's the one we unlocked when we reached level 6 of the athletic skill, to train someone. That can easily be done since Pete is working out anyway. And now that we've got that covered as well, let's also tell Ayesha to do a bit of practice and send her onto the treadmill. Okay, I have sold a bit of stuff from Ayesha's trash can adventures. It is now way past 3 AM, and Ayesha is more or less only staying awake due to the pumped mood let. So let's send her off to take another shower, and then she can go to bed and have a good long night of sleep, since she has the day off tomorrow. Now that the shower is free again, we can also tell Pete to stop his workout. Once again, he won't make the full 12 hours required to fulfill his wish, but with every workout he gets considerably closer to completing the last 2 skill challenges. Squeaky clean, just the way we like it. Pete will now also head to bed and we can wrap this episode up. I realized that there was not exactly too much exciting stuff happening today, but this is due to the fact that this episode was more or less a preparation for what's coming up in the next ones. Keep in mind that Ayesha and Pete need to get married sooner or later, and Pete also has his birthday coming up in a few days. Then Ayesha is also close to reaching level 10 of the special agent career, and we still have our ways to go towards becoming a chess grandmaster with her. So lots of things still left to cover. We'll pick up the pace again next time, I promise. Until then, thanks for watching. Cheers.